Good day to all of you. I am Diaz Zinurin and the warmest welcome to the new time on Jibek Joly World. Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan are keen on deepening cooperation in the agro-industrial sector. The parties intend to expand partnership both in the field of animal husbandry and crop production. In particular, close economic cooperation, the joint development of production and processing of agricultural products, as well as the exchange of genetic material and trade boosting of highly reproductive seed varieties and planting material for fruit and berry crops open up great prospects for the two countries, the Kazakh Agriculture Ministry reported. Apart from that, the parties intend to actively cooperate in veterinary and phytosanitary fields. It is also planned to increase the volume of mutual trade in agricultural products. In particular, as soon as Kazakhstan lifts restrictions on farm animals exports, the relevant ministry is ready to consider the possibility of exporting breeding animals and breeding material to Kyrgyzstan. It bears noting that the commodity turnover of agricultural products between Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan rose by 9% and amounted to about $160 million in the first 8 months of this year. Breakthrough treatment of oncohematological patients will soon appear in Kazakhstan. The CAR T-cell technology is being transferred to the country by the scientists from the National Center for Biotechnology. In November, its stuff will go to the United Kingdom to adopt best practices of foreign specialists. Find more details in the material of our correspondent.
Today, blood cancer is one of the 10 most common types of cancer. Chemotherapy remains the primary treatment for these hematological diseases. In some cases, stem cells are transplanted to patients. However, in some situations, patients need chimeric antigen receptor T-cell therapy. For example, when all other methods are already ineffective or when the condition is advanced. That is a combination of genetic and cell engineering, which has long been called chimeric antigen receptor T-cell therapy, or CAR-T. Basically, T-cells are taken from the patient's blood and are changed in the lab in a special way so that they become more active in the destruction of tumor cells. Such treatment is not affordable for every patient living abroad. For example, in the United States, the cost is up to $300,000 to $400,000. The key stages of CAR-T will be transferred to Kazakhstan to make the treatment affordable for the country's citizens. Expensive equipment has already been purchased for the laboratory of the National Center for Biotechnology.
Государство дает специальные, так сказать, исследовательские гранты, программы.
The state gives special research grants and programs for this purpose. Presently, we are working under the program of the Ministry of Health. The funding was allocated to procure special equipment, which is expensive. We also need money to learn how to work on it. By the end of next year, we will be ready to develop the materials, all the necessary reagents, and we will begin experimental treatment of the first 6 patients.
Уже весь материал, всю необходимую реагентику, значит, и приступить уже к экспериментальному лечению первых 6 пациентов.
Before that, the laboratory of the National Center for Biotechnology will conduct a long phase of clinical research. In vitro cell culture testing method will be the first one. Next, the therapy will be tested on animals and then on patients.
В Казахстане сегодня на учете стоят около 7.
To date, Kazakhstan has confirmed about 7,000 patients with leukemia, lymphoma, and myeloma, which are also called blood cancer. More than 1,000 new cases are detected each year. Most patients conquer the disease, but 1/5 of them still need chimeric antigen receptor T-cell therapy.
В лечении по технологии CAR-T.
Experts say that in the future, this high-tech therapy will be used not only for the treatment of blood cancer, but also for the treatment of chronic, autoimmune and infectious diseases.
A representative office of the Ufa State Petroleum Technological University was opened in the West Kazakhstan Agro-Technical University. Its main goal is to expand and strengthen international relations by creating an integrated international scientific and educational space. Both universities have been cooperating for a long time, organizing advanced training courses for professors and implementing joint scientific and educational projects. Apart from that, a double degree program has been established between the universities. It's worth pointing out that strengthening ties with the top foreign universities is the task set by the head of state.
We used to cooperate in terms of supplementing the qualifications that students received at their universities, developing their competences in the oil and gas sector, which allowed students to become the specialists in high demand in the labor market. At present, we have a full-fledged network interaction program.
It bears noting that the university trains academic and teaching staff who will receive a master's degree in technical sciences. Moreover, students of the West Kazakhstan University will be able to have an internship abroad. The 125th anniversary of Mukhtar Auezov was celebrated in the Netherlands. There was a scientific conference held in the Dutch city of Leiden, which was not chosen at random. It is the city mentioned in the Path of Abai novel.
Kazakh and Dutch literary scholars and researchers are unanimous. The role of a prominent writer in the formation and development of Kazakh literature and his rich creative heritage cannot be overestimated. Experts emphasize that Mukhtar Auezov has never been satisfied with his achievements. Although he received education in Tashkent and St. Petersburg, he continued to pursue his studies. He learned about Western culture through the work of the great Abai.
Его язык Ауезова, он очень богатый, сочный.
Auezov's language is very rich. Very strong expressions were required to create this epic work, and it showed all the rich possibilities of our language. Shingis Aitmatov got his way into literature thanks to the support of Auezov. His influence was recognized by many writers, including Shingis Aitmatov and Rasul Gamzatov. Mustai Karim talked about it a lot.
Aitmatov, Rasul Gamzatov, Mustai Karim об этом говорил много.
The researchers note that the modern reading of the writer's works opens new facets of his legacy, and years later, the style of Auezov preserves the reference qualities of the Kazakh literary language.
әрине Mukhtar Auezov сөз өнерін.
Undoubtedly, Mukhtar Alwezev is an unsurpassed master of words, researcher and virtuoso of both written and oral Kazakh creativity. And that is, as the peak of the Kazakh folklore, is present in the Path of Abai novel. So the fact that I was invited to speak here with this is wonderful. I also talked about the айтыс as a national code of the Kazakh people.
Жасаудың өзі үлкен дүние болды. Сол себепті мен айтыс ұлттық код деп алып отырмын.
Now holding such a scientific conference on the occasion of Mukhtar Auezov's birthday will become an annual tradition on Dutch soil.
Kazakh movies will be screened in 5 European cities. This year, the Festival of National Films will take place in Paris, Strasbourg, Brussels, Luxembourg and Geneva.
The fourth festival of Kazakh films coincides with the 30th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Kazakhstan and France, as well as other countries of the European Union. The forum is attended by directors and actors and other representatives of Kazakh, French and world cinema. The Days of Kazakh Cinema kicked off in Paris with the premiere screening of the sports drama, The Paralympian, directed by Aldiyar Bayrakimov. In addition, the audience watched Fire, Dawn of the Great Steppe, Tulpan and The Return of Zoya. The program also included screenings by the State Center for the Support of National Cinema.
Вообще цель таких мероприятий это в том, чтобы казахское кино.
In general, such events are aimed at showing Kazakh films not only on the red carpet, but also in cinemas. That's what the main purpose. They have to make foreign viewers get interested not in a particular event, but in a Kazakh-made film as a movie for distribution, to which you can come, buy a ticket. It has to be put not in one session, but in the whole distribution network with availability for 2 or 3 weeks.
А в целой прокатной сетке кинотеатра, когда он будет стоять 2 недели, 3 недели.
For the first time this year, the film festival will include a competition between Kazakh and French film projects that will be evaluated by an international jury.
Я поэтому и приехала, потому что здесь не только возможность посмотреть казахстанские.
I came here not just to watch Kazakh films. The festival also gives a chance for filmmakers from Kazakhstan to get some funding and co-production. In France, I have a co-production fiction film project by Kazakhstan and France. That's why I'm here. As soon as I heard about it, I flew straight to Paris. The guests of the festival will be shown the first episodes of the acclaimed series Infinity. It is a fantastic story from the Kazakh steppes, made for a French TV channel. Co-production was the main theme of this year's festival. Half of the 8 submitted films are the result of successful co-production.
Ce C'est déjà la 4e édition du Festival du film du Kazakhstan. Et chaque année, ce festival prend...
The Kazakh Film Festival is being held for the 4th time, and it's getting bigger every year. It is very important for France, the country of cinema, the country which adores art and strives to discover or deepen knowledge about Kazakh cinema. It is extremely rich from the point of view of culture and civilization.
La connaissance sur le cinéma du Kazakhstan. C'est extrêmement riche au niveau de la culture, de la civilisation.
That's all the news we've got for you today. Make sure to stay tuned, and I will see you very soon.